Alright guys, we are back. YouTube channel, we're here. We're going to talk about the second part of what we just talked about. So you just saw about the soft topper, and we're doing these videos pretty quick here, and we're gonna, releasing them all together so that you get the gist of it. We've been away for a little bit. We apologize, but as I said, I just literally put the soft topper back on this morning because we had an install of our new bed rack in our 3-person tent, which you see way up there. And we are going to do another video on the tent, but we're waiting for 2 parts to come in order to make that happen, because when they shipped everything, this rack was inside that tent in the box. I shouldn't even call it a box, it was a big wooden crate. The mattress and 2 of the bars are missing to hold the awning out. So once we have those, we will do a complete walkthrough. But I will tell you right now, that is a custom wrapped, custom fitted hutch tent, Zodiac, 3-person, custom done for us by Hinckley Overlanding. So you are looking for overlanding supplies, you live in Salt Lake City, maybe you don't, hinkley-overlanding.com, or head over to their dealership. Check out all of the unbelievable parts they have for overlanding, off-roading, you name it. And there is a huge event, huge, beyond the atmosphere, huge, May 22nd, which is 2 days from now, at the Equestrian Center in South Jordan, sponsored by Hinckley, which I believe there is a after I can't call it an after party, but it's an off-road trail ride after the show. So make sure to check that out. How to get that out of the way quick. But we're gonna get back to it. So right here, piece that I have my hand on, also custom built for this truck, with the help of Hinckley Overlanding. And these guys did a phenomenal job. Okay, they didn't have my truck. They didn't have the rack rig there. They couldn't do all the measurements. They couldn't do all the fitments. Literally did this by me sending them some measurements, telling them what we needed, what was going on it, what it was for, and these guys killed it. So this is a custom fitted, built Zack rack, also based out of Utah, to mount to the F-250 bed. Okay, powder coated, thing is ridiculously well built, super tough. Mounting is super easy. As you can see, I'm yanking on it, I'm shaking the truck. Okay, so this comes with a panel, which you can't see right now because there's this weird box, which we'll get to in a minute. But there is a panel right here, it goes down these 3 bars. So there are 3 bars. The tent was built with those rails to fit onto this rack, so that we didn't have any issues mounting it. And the only thing that made me nervous, and I haven't noticed anything while driving it, I haven't noticed anything climbing in and out of the tent, is I just thought, because of the length of the bed, that there would have been one more vertical member with a 4th crossbar, but there isn't. Now, we can adjust the tent if need be. The problem that we have with the Ford is the Ford bed rail up here by the cab is real wide. As you get to the back, it starts to thin out. So as we go down, and I'll kind of walk us down this way, so I apologize for the camera moving, but as you get down here, you can see that this one sticks out just a tiny bit, and it is what it is. But these 2 are perfectly flush, and I mean, there was, just looking at it, because the guys at Hinckley, this was done for this truck. It wasn't like they took it off the shelf and sent it to us. So when I called, because I was having some difficulty trying to figure out, there was a couple shims that had to go in, and I called, and because these guys had not put one together on a vehicle with these particular shims, they were like, normally this is where they go. So they gave me the help I needed, and we were good. They told me, well, they gave me the idea where the shims had to go, and once they did that, I kind of figured it out. So this thing is super well built, super sturdy. I mean, it's got a 175-pound tent on top of it, and it doesn't move. So very simple installation, very simple put together. Once you get there, basically got a bunch of carriage bolts, a bunch of fender washers, and a bunch of big nuts. All grade 8 hardware, so it's not gonna break, you know, under stress, and so on and so forth, which a lot of times is you know, what happens. And I apologize, I got spiders crawling on me from the camera and the tripod. So we're outside right now over at the property, and that's Keith's house back there. So but yeah, so the Zack rack, they do make them for other trucks. They make them shorter. This was actually tall because of the soft topper, but this is one of the racks that a soft topper will fit under to open and close. Certain ones they do not. So keep that in mind. If you're going with a soft topper, you need a rack that'll make that work. So call Hinckley, they'll get you straightened out. So part 3 on the new rear of the rack rig is coming up, so don't miss it. Click that little subscribe button, ring that little bell, so every time we post a new video you get a notification. Don't forget to check out Rack and Rock Chronicles over on Carbon TV.